What's going on, guys? It's me. It's that HEAD at with you for another video. Yes, I have just, as I'm doing this now, guys, I have just finished watching Hell in the Cell, and one of the damnedest, shocking pay-per-views I've seen in a while, which ended on a sour note, quite frankly. And I'll get to that in a bit. WWE Hell in the Cell. I'm going to give you my thoughts, quick thoughts, reviews, and opinions on what I thought of the pay-per-view in general. There were shocking moments. There were disgusting moments. There was downright awesomeness. And, yeah, pathetic moments as well, quite frankly. But anyway, we're going to get to that. We're going to break it down here. I've come on 5 minutes early. I know I scheduled this for 4 o'clock, and then I mixed the time up because the clocks went back the previous day. So I had to do this for 3 o'clock UK time because over here in the UK, WWE started an hour early, and it was 11 a.m. It started with the kickoff show, and then Hell in the Cell started at 12 o'clock midnight, and it's now finished, and it's now, as I am doing this right now, 2:57 in the morning. So I'm just, buying some time before I get into the actual thing, because I know I scheduled this, but hey, I just wanted to come on a bit early and everything, and hopefully we'll get this up and running. Yeah, shocking moments happening, and very unexpected thing happened which kicked off the pay-per-view as well. And you know what? I'm going to get to that right now, actually. Let's get this thing started now with the US Open Challenge. Now, there was a lot of talk going on about this, of who it would be. There was talk about Tyler Breeze. I don't think anybody expected Alberto Del Rio to show up. This is the same guy that was probably unfairly fired a couple of months back, or a while back, because he slapped an employee for being racist and whatever. He's been away, and the talk was on the dirt sheets that the WWE wanted him to go away for 6 months, just to clear just to clear the air. They never wanted to get rid of him in the first place, just to clear the air. Well, Seb Coulter returned as well, Dutch Mantel, and he brought out Alberto, and it was Alberto Del Rio went one-on-one with John Cena. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, as we all predicted, because we all know John Cena is taking some time off, Alberto Del Rio super kicked Cena right in the face and beats him and becomes now the new US champion. That was shocking to me. It was a slow-paced match, wrestling match. It was wrestling, no question about it. It was a wrestling match. It was a slow-paced match for me, but Alberto's back. I really, truly cannot believe it. Did I ever think I'd see him in the WWE ring again? The last time I saw him wrestle, I believe, was for Ring of Honor. And it was unbelievable. He's back. He's now the US champion. I don't get this thing with him and Seb Coulter, because the last time I saw him in the WWE ring, him and Seb Coulter did not like one another. So I don't know what the mix is with putting them two together. But, hey, Alberto's back. He seems to be back in business in WWE, and you know what? I'm glad he's back. I never expected it, to be honest. Last person I expected, but he is now the US champion, Alberto Del Rio, and looks like we won't be seeing Cena for 6 weeks. Anyways, I don't get why they did this second. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. I don't understand why they did this second. But hey, get it out of the way, I suppose. A fight, a great fight, because it was a fight. Lots of stuff in the match. There was kendo sticks. There was tables used. These two had a good physical match. A good, solid physical match. And I believe it was a great Hell in a Cell. Wasn't the best one I've seen, but it was a great Hell in a Cell match. And Roman Reigns came out on top with the spear. Now, the highlights of the match were, well, the highlight for the match, if you go back to Raw when they had the match on Raw, Roman Reigns speared Bray Wyatt through the announce table. He did it again, and this time it was through a table that was set up on the outside inside the cell. And it was the damnedest thing. It looked more brutal than the one through the announce table. But fair play. I can't speak. Fair play to Roman, and that's what needed to happen, guys, if they wanted to get Roman Reigns back, because we all know Roman Reigns is the next big thing. I mean, you heard the chants. Let's go, Roman. Roman sucks. Let's go, Roman. Roman sucks. You know, he's been built as the new John Cena, so to speak. Which I hope doesn't happen, quite frankly. But hey, it is what it is. And somewhere down the road, they're building him to be the World Heavyweight Champion. And I think he did a good job in this match. And, you know, like I said, fair play to Roman Reigns. He got the win, just like he needed and just like he had to get the win. And Wyatt came a good outing too, and he proved that he could hang, and he proved also that he doesn't need his Wyatt members. He could go with people in the ring. I mean, I don't what the big deal is about Wyatt. Yeah, he probably lacks wrestling talent, and he probably makes it up more on the promos and everything, because he's king of the promos in WWE. But both men put on a good match, and credit to them, in my opinion. The next match was probably the most sad one, sad moment of the a sour moment, if you will. There you go. I knew it would come to me eventually. A sour moment of the evening for me, because I wanted to see the Dudleys become 10-time World Tag Team Champions, or WWE World Tag Team Champions, but they didn't. For some strange reason, Kofi Kingston and Big E Langston are still the World Tag Team Champions as part of the New Day, minus Xavier Woods. Now, don't get me wrong, fair play to New Day. They got the job done with a little help from Big E's using the trombone, but they got the job done without Gobshite on the outside. Xavier Woods, who's in hospital from the looks of that tweet that was sent. But in my opinion, I know the Dudleys probably came back to, you know, to help the tag team division and put the young talent over in the tag team division. But the fact that they've had 3 tag team title matches, right? 3 tag team title matches. But 2 they won by disqualification. And the 3rd time they lost. You know, cleanly. I'll give New Day their due. They lost cleanly. But they lost the 3rd time around. I'm sorry, but WWE have made them look like complete fools. Because it was like the dangle, oh yeah, we're going to give you the 10-time tag team title. You know, we're going to give you that 10th title, tag team title run and everything. And then they just drop it away from them and allow New Day. That makes the Dudley Boys look weak, in my view. But you can't deny that New Day won cleanly. You can't deny that. With a little help from the thing, but the referee didn't see it. And then Kofi, Trouble in Paradise on Bubba Ray and gets the victory. Yes, the trombone was involved, but they didn't. They won. What I mean by winning clearly, they won without Xavier Woods. They proved tonight they could win without Woods. You know, they could do it by themselves. They don't need Xavier Woods coming in and interfering and, you know, distracting them. They proved tonight they can win without Woods. So, you know, fair play to them. Do I like them? No. Do I like the gimmick? No. Do I like them as champions? No. But the Dudley boys were weak tonight, and New Day were in control most of the match because of the miscue with the Dudleys, but I still think they should have won the tag titles, in my opinion. But like I said, fair play to New Day. They won the match without gobshite on the outside, Xavier Woods. Now for the Nikki Bella and Charlotte Divas title match. Now, don't misunderstand me. Nikki Bella brought her A game tonight. I know everybody slates her and everybody gets on her case. She's Mrs. Cena. You know, and some people say that the only reason she's now the new record holder in the Divas Championship, longest reigning Divas champion, is because of John Cena. And to a point, that is true. If you believe the dirt sheets and the backstage politicking from John Cena. But Charlotte took punishment in the match and punishment on the back, and Nikki brought a game plan. I thought she did a good job in this match. You know, there was no Becky Lynch at ringside. There was no Team Bell at ringside. These two, in my opinion, had a good match. And like I said, Nikki brought a game plan to work on the back to hopefully not, you know, have Charlotte win by the figure eight because, you know, that's putting a lot of pressure on the back. And if she can't use the back to use the figure eight, and then she's in trouble. But highlight of the match for me was on the outside towards the end because Nikki used an Alabama slam move. And basically, do you know how the powerbomb, when Kevin Owens powerbombs in the apron, Nikki just Alabama slammed her right in the apron, back first in the apron, and it looked bad. But credit to the Divas champion. She's still the Divas champion because she countered the rack attack, locked in the figure eight, and made Nikki Bella tap out again. So, you know, it was great. And the future of the Divas division is now. Because I said this before, Charlotte is the future of the Divas division. And if WWE is smart and thinking, which seems like they are, they should build that Divas division. They should have done what they did with Natalya. You know, they should have done what they should have done with Natalya back in the day. And they seem to be doing that with Charlotte. And fair play to them. What I don't get is at the end of the match, Becky Lynch comes out to celebrate with Charlotte, and Paige is coming out with her as well. Have I missed something with that? I must have missed something with that, surely to God. I must have done. I mean, 1 minute they're arguing and having the differences. The next minute, PCBs, well, pally again. I mean, Becky Lynch wasn't buying it on SmackDown from what I saw. I don't know. Seth, you know, same thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention as well. Kofi Kingston, back in the tag match, Kofi Kingston tries to do an Eddie Guerrero. There was a lot of tributes in this pay-per-view to Viva la Raza himself, Eddie Guerrero. They tried to do it with the trombone, Kofi, but it didn't work. They tried to get the disqualification where they make the ref think that Bubba Ray hit him with the trombone, which Big E eventually did. But there was a lot of tributes to Eddie Guerrero in this pay-per-view as well, because next month is the anniversary of Eddie's death. Viva la Raza. Now for the World Championship match. And thank the good Lord, there's no more Corporate Kane. Yep, you heard me correct. No more Corporate Kane. Seth Rollins, I got to give him credit, man. He did it. He beat Kane cleanly. Kane tried to dominate, but Seth, using his quickness and wrestling ability, hey, I've never doubted that Seth Rollins is probably one, if not one of the best wrestlers in the world. This guy, I've watched this guy since Ring of Honor. I knew this guy would be good. And full credit to him. He even countered a move that Kane tried to do during the match, was one of my favorite spots in the match, and powerbombed Kane on the Spanish announce table. And for some reason, the Spanish announce table, yeah, we got that right, didn't give. which was something. And then Seth pays his tribute and hits a frog splash. Quite frankly, he hits a frog splash. It didn't even look like he was doing Eddie Guerrero's, because it looked like Rob Van Dam's version. It did. I swear it was a 5-star frog splash that he did. You know, I know everybody's paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero on this pay-per-view, but, you know, it was a 5-star frog splash. Michael Cole saying everybody's paying tribute. Yeah. But Seth there, I swear Seth paid tribute to RVD there. But anyway, Seth manages to win with the pedigree, and hallelujah, Corporate Kane is gone. What's next for Kane? I don't know. Hopefully the Demon Kane is back full-time, because quite frankly, I never want to see Corporate Kane again. I mean, DOO, Director of Operations for the Authority. What authority? You know, there's already Seth Rollins, Triple H, and Stephanie in the Authority now. I mean, I haven't seen Big Show's away doing his own thing. J&J Security haven't been seen since Brock destroyed them. You know, what authority? But yeah, thank God Corporate Kane is gone. What's next for Seth? Guess we'll find out on Raw, won't we? I really don't know what could be next for Seth, to be honest. But anyway, IC title match, Kevin Owens and Ryback. Kevin Owens using his quickness, and because Ryback was the dominant in this match, and Kevin Owens managed to hit it with the pop-up powerbomb. Hopefully now Kevin Owens can go on to do better things with the IC title and not face Ryback. Hopefully they can get somebody, you know, somebody in there that who was never faced Kevin Owens, somebody fresh and somebody who could compete with Kevin Owens as well. Not saying that Ryback didn't compete with him or anything, but, you know, it was just two powerhouses going at it. I mean, I want to see somebody wrestle, you know, have a wrestling match with Kevin Owens for the championship. Somebody who can compete with him. I don't know. Maybe Dolph Ziggler or somebody like that. You know, put that in the ring. I mean, have them two feud over the belt, man. But hopefully Kevin Owens can now go on and do better things. Now he's got the Ryback factor out of the way. You know, Ryback lost it at Night of Champions. You know, you got his rematch and lost. Hopefully now Kevin Owens can move on and do better and great things with that belt. And do great things for himself too. Not that he needs any help. But yeah, I'm very glad that Kevin Owens is still the Intercontinental champion after that. And yep, for the big one, the big fight himself. Everybody, the match that everybody wanted to see the pay-per-view for, the match that everybody probably went on and signed up for the network for, the big pay-per-view match, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar. The fight itself. Yeah. Undertaker, Brock Lesnar. And just like I said, man, I would be surprised. I said in the predictions, I'd be surprised if this wouldn't have any blood. It was a bloodbath. Although I think Lesnar came out worse this time around, preferably to O2's match. But yeah, it was just a fight. It wasn't a wrestling match. You know, if you signed up for the network or signed up to see this pay-per-view and expected a wrestling match, then you were suddenly disappointed. The only irritating moment of the match was the doctor trying to come in, and then at one point, Brock just went, fuck this, and just threw the doctor out the way. You know, with all the PG and the blood bullshit and trying to stop the blood and all that. Just, I mean, why do you need a doctor? I mean, you signed up for a Hell in the Cell. You can't control blood. You've got a doctor hanging around the ringside. Why do you need that for? You've got two guys who flat out hated each other. Just turn them loose. If there's blood, there's blood. If you want to do all that doctor shit, do it backstage. Don't do it in the middle of a fucking match, for fuck's sake. God almighty. It really irritated me, that. And then, thank God, Lesnar, like I say, flung him out the way. Suplex City was in full effect. Big time. Lesnar went bare-fisted. He just took one of his gloves off and just fisted the Undertaker. I mean, it was just a fight, which ended with an F5 on the exposed ring. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you something here. You go back and watch the match. Lesnar, if you haven't seen it, you're going to see it. Like I say, if you didn't see this show, hope you enjoyed it. He rips the ring open. He had the Undertaker set up for what he wanted to do. He starts ripping the ring mat. And no wonder there was these mats, and then he exposed the wood underneath. Take it from somebody who's been in the wrestling ring. Undertaker chokeslam Lesnar onto that wood. It hurts. I don't care what anyone says. Okay? You don't think, oh yeah, wrestling's fake and this, that. Yeah. Fuck that. Okay? It hurts. Hurts like hell. Take it from me. I've been in the ring. I've been chokeslammed. I had a move done on me. Hell, taking a power slam is fucking awkward as fuck. Trust me. Holy shit. And then Undertaker tombstones him, which looked like he did it on the actual board itself, which it didn't. Kicks out. And, oh my God. And then Lesnar gets a little bit of receipt because Lesnar, just when Undertaker was going to do a move, Lesnar does the low blow like the Undertaker did at SummerSlam, hits an F5 and gets the victory. And ends the feud. Now, a story of that was Lesnar winning, but it was after the match. Because Undertaker got up, everybody was clapping, everybody was applauding, a great moment. And then the Wyatt family showed up and put an attack on the Undertaker. Now, anyone with a brain can see there's unfinished business there with Bray. Bray walks around being the new face of fear, and he doesn't like the Undertaker. He doesn't like the fact that the Undertaker's still around. These two met at WrestleMania this past year. This WrestleMania just gone. There's unfinished business there, and maybe Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker at Survivor Series. I mean, the Survivor Series. November 22nd has been dubbed, it's been dubbed 25 years of The Undertaker. So surely there's going to be a match with The Undertaker at Survivor Series? Or will it wait? Will that be the match at WrestleMania? You know, hopefully it won't. I'm sick of having these big build-up matches, man, and they make them wait for WrestleMania. Yes, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl, and yes, WrestleMania is where big matches go. But sometimes with these matches, I don't want to wait to WrestleMania. I want to see these matches now. Will we see this match at Survivor Series? Because there's unfinished business there. There is unfinished business there. Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, the self-proclaimed new face of fear with the original face of fear, the Demon. Obviously, there's two. Nothing's settled there, at least in Bray Wyatt's terms. And like I say, after that, they beat him up. And then they carried him out like if he was carried out in a cross. What's next? I guess we'll find out on Raw. And tune in on Tuesday. I'll have a Raw review. That should be promoted and up. Tune in Tuesday, October 27th. And I will have a Raw review for the October 26th Raw. And hopefully we'll get our answers on there. But guys, this is going up on YouTube. Leave comments in the YouTube page below. What did you think of the pay-per-view? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it pathetic? Was it, what did you guys think? Express yourselves. Put it all in the comments below. Be nice, but put it in the comments below, because this is what I want this YouTube channel to be. Express yourself. Wrestling fans have opinions. Use the comments below, the comment books below. Express your opinions. I do it all the time. You do it too. There's your platform. Do it. If you see this video, do it under. The YouTube comment section is underneath. Take it. Express yourself. Let your voice be heard. Good, bad, whatever. You guys have the opinions. Turn it loose. And I don't mind saying this. It was actually a good pay-per-view, but it ended on a sour note with the Wyatts. I didn't want to see that, but we all know what it's going to be set up for. Will we see the Wyatt versus Undertaker match? Who knows? Like I said, we'll only find out on Raw. And that about wraps this up for the video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. A little quick review there. Get it out of the way. Tune in Tuesday for a Raw review. And also look out this week as well. I've got a video coming up this week that I'm going to upload. I don't know where I'm going to upload it. I might upload it tomorrow, but it's coming this week, guaranteed. My top 5 favorite Hell in a Cell matches. I recorded this right before the pay-per-view. So tune in for that. Check that out as well. And hope you've enjoyed the pay-per-view, guys. Like I say, comment below if you let me know what you think. Holler back at WM Podcast on Twitter, facebook.com/WM Podcast. Check out the new episode of the Wrestling Matters podcast. And until next time, guys, my name is Anthony Walker. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Peace.